What is up, everybody, to my Madden 27 review? We have the good, the bad, and the ugly. Madden 27, is it better than last year? Possibly, but let's not start throwing parades just yet. After spending some serious time with Madden 27, I got a pretty good, simple conclusion. This is a good Madden game. It looks better, feels better, has some improvements that actually make a difference, and somehow EA finally remembered that sports games are allowed to have good music. Killer music. But underneath all the improvements is the same problem Madden has had for years. It's still Madden. And at some point, changing the curtains doesn't mean you built a new house. So let's break it all down. So, the good with the game. The gameplay actually feels a lot better. The biggest thing I noticed immediately with Madden 27 is that the game just feels better. Movement feels smoother, animations look more natural, and there's less of that feeling where you're controlling a 300-pound linebacker who apparently has the turning radius of the Titanic. Now, Madden has always struggled with animations that make you sit there and say, yeah, there is no way a human being just did that. Madden 27 still has some of those moments, trust me, they do. They're not going anywhere. But overall, the gameplay feels more polished. Compared to Madden 26, that is, and this feels like a noticeable improvement. Not revolutionary, but noticeable. And honestly, at this point, I'll take noticeable. Now, the visuals do look better. Visuals, Madden 27 is probably one of the better looking Maddens we've had in a while. Players look more detailed, stadiums look better, the lighting feels improved, and the overall presentation has a little more life to it. Now, the game has more of a broadcast style presentation that makes you feel like you're actually watching an NFL game instead of playing a video game from 2017 that somebody forgot to turn off. Now, the little details help. The stadium atmosphere feels better. The players look better. The field looks better. And overall, Madden 27 feels more visually polished than Madden 26. But here's the thing, a prettier Madden is still Madden. A polished turd is still a turd. You can put a tuxedo on a guy, but if he's still eating your leftovers at 2 a.m., he's the same guy. But let me tell you, the soundtrack, though, is absolutely killer. This surprised me. The Madden 27 soundtrack might be one of the best Madden soundtracks we've had in years. We're talking Ozzy Osbourne. We're talking White Zombie. We're talking Paramore, Good Charlotte, Styx, and many more. And honestly, EA cooked with this. I haven't had this much fun listening to Madden soundtrack in a very long time. There are songs here that actually make you want to sit in the menus instead of the immediate muting the music and opening Spotify. Paramore, yeah. Good Charlotte, absolutely. Styx? What? EA just dropped Styx into the game. Did somebody at EA finally realize that gamers have ears? The soundtrack has a much more varied feel than previous entries, and it gives Madden 27 a personality that the game desperately needs. I spent years playing sports games where the soundtrack became background noise after about 3 days. This one actually had me stopping and thinking, okay, EA, I see you. The soundtrack is easily one of the highlights of the entire game. Now, though, there is always bad. It's still very much Madden, and here comes the elephant in the room. Madden 27 is still a sports game, and sports games have problems. They're released every single year, which means EA has to convince you that this year's game is different enough from last year's game to justify buying it again. And sometimes, let's be real, it's not. Madden 27 improves things, though. It polishes things and makes things feel better. But there are moments where you can absolutely feel the DNA of Madden 26 underneath everything. You start playing and think, wait, haven't I done this already? And that's because you have. The menus feel familiar. The modes are familiar. The overall structure is familiar. The presentation is familiar. The franchise experience still feels like something we've been playing for years. This is where the annual release model starts hurting Madden. Because instead of saying, holy crap, they completely changed the game, you're saying, oh, I mean, that's better than last year. And those are two very big different statements. Now, franchise mode, EA, please. Franchise is still one of those areas where I feel Madden could be doing so much more. There's a huge difference between making a franchise mode functional and making it feel like you're actually running an NFL franchise. I want more depth, more personality, more consequences, more things happening around the league. I want to feel like I'm running an organization instead of managing a spreadsheet while occasionally playing football. There's improvements here, but I still want EA to take a giant swing with franchise. Stop giving us tiny improvements every year and just go crazy with it. Give us a franchise mode that makes people disappear from society for 6 months. That's what I want. Now, there is ugly. The copy and paste problem. Let's address it. Madden 27 is still suffering from the annual sports game problem. You can improve graphics, you can tweak gameplay, you can add features, you can give us a killer soundtrack, but eventually someone's going to look at the game and say, is this really worth $70? And that's the biggest problem with Madden 27. If you already own Madden 26, the decision becomes much harder. If you're expecting a completely redesigned football experience, you're probably going to be disappointed. However, me though, just like iPhone, when a new iPhone comes out every year, do I buy it? Yeah, I do. Now, Madden the Rebirth, this is not it. Madden, we finally listen. This is Madden, but better. And honestly, that's the biggest complaint and biggest criticism. Now, and of course, it's still Madden, still expected usual insanity. A defender somehow is teleporting into a passing line, a receiver catching a ball while being covered by 3 people, your quarterback throwing the ball directly into the chest of a linebacker who appeared has 47-foot arms, your offensive lineman deciding that blocking is optional. There's absolutely no way that just happened. But that's Madden. You don't play Madden because everything makes sense. You play Madden because football turns into a physics experiment. Now, is Madden 27 better than 26? Yes. The gameplay feels better. The visuals are better. The overall presentation feels better. But is it dramatically better? No. That's where things get complicated. Madden 27 feels like a better version of 26 rather than an entirely new Madden experience, and that's probably the fairest way to describe it. My final verdict, Madden 27, a 7 out of 10. It is good, but it's not absolutely killer. And that's where I say, unless you're a hardcore Madden player, like I do all the time, then go ahead and buy it. If you buy them every year just because you're like me, go ahead. If you already own Madden 26, you're not missing much because Madden 27 improves on last year's game, but it doesn't completely reinvent the wheel. And that's why I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Good football game, but it's EA. We've been playing this game for years. Madden 27 is good, but I just want Madden 28 to make me say, holy shit, they actually did that. But we haven't had that yet. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the review. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the next video. As always, much love. Peace.